Hi and welcome to this week's energy forecast. I am Rachel Thompson Phillips, the creator of the BU Oracle cards, which will be the cards that I use to do the forecast for this week. This week is for December the 10th through till December the 16th, and this week's overall theme is about learning to go within and discovering your truth. Let's see how this unfolds. The card through Monday to Tuesday is the card of change. Wednesday through till Friday is the Warrior Queen, and Saturday and Sunday is the card of Sassy. So let's see how the overall theme ties back in with each individual card. Monday and Tuesday with the card of change, there is this beautiful surgence of energy that is coming in, and it's very, very gentle and it's soft, and there is so much change going on an internal level. And what do I mean by that? You'll be starting to notice that you are dropping down in different layers of discovering your own truth. Your own truth is being able to recognize your own BS, being able to recognize some of the stories and the limitations that have held you back, and being able to understand what was your role in that. What part did you play in taking on board that story or ownership in that whole scenario? And through being able to discover that, it's done in this gorgeous way where we're not judging ourselves, we're simply being able to identify what has been the actual root problem that has kept you stuck in some of the stories that's been there. And the moment that we can identify them is that moment that we take full ownership and responsibility and being able to own what tiny little role or what even big role did you play in taking on board some of those stories that have been holding you back. This is key because this is where we start to really unravel and discovering our truth, and therefore we can just simply be able to recognize, oh, this is maybe potentially why this has continued on for as long as what it has, because this was my role that I played in taking on board that story, and that shaped my belief, that has held me back, kept me small, or squashed my amazingness. And now it's time to let that go, because we as humans, we need to be able to understand why something keeps happening. We're just built that way. You ask any question to any child, the first thing they say is, why? Why, Mum? So it doesn't matter, even though that you're older, I'll get the word out, that you're older, you're still looking for that answer to that question of why. And by being able to understand what your role is, that gives you your answer to your why, which helps you be able to move through to Wednesday to Friday with the Warrior Queen. The moment that you have ownership and responsibility for your role in the stories that's kept you small is that moment that you get access to that inner confidence. Not only is there this beautiful revelation that's been shared with you around what your role is, but that has opened up the gateway in which gives you access to that inner confidence and courageous part within your own self, where you can go, you know what, because of my role, because of the way that I took on my story, because of the internal information that I put on my mind, these are all the things that I've prevented myself from doing. And man, when that door opens, the world becomes limitless, because you start going, you know what, I can now change that story. I can change my role. I can change anything that I want and start accessing all of those gorgeous things that I've held myself back from. And the list becomes paramount, because you start getting absolute gorgeous insight into that soul communication, where your soul has been saying to you, hey, you can do this. Something within us changes when we identify with our real soul truth of what has been holding us back. And it gives us the courage to be able to go, you know what? I decide from this moment on that I change the story, and that I now match my actions with this new truth that is coming through internally within me. And it's this beautiful, quiet voice. It's not this coming from an egoic place where it's like, get out of my way, I'm gonna do this. It's this beautiful quietness where the shift changes within you. And you don't need to usually share this with others because you're still collecting all the pieces and you're still seeing everything unfold. And so therefore there can be this moment where we just want to keep what is going on for us in-house, just within your own self, until you're ready to share that. And it's not about hiding. This is the number one thing I want to share with you. Because you're not sharing what you're choosing to do or these new feelings that you're having, it's not about hiding. It's about learning to grow into this new development that you're doing as you up level. So I really want to share that. You're not hiding by not sharing it with others. You're just learning to be reintroduced to a new level of your own self. And that sometimes we like to be able to just have that little bit of moment to just enjoy this. Because the moment we share what we're doing, sometimes, especially with the Warrior Queen, when we share what we're doing, not everyone is privy to understanding as to why something is so important for us. And so therefore they can share their doubts, their fears, their concerns, but they don't understand the vision or how much something means to you and how there are different feelings circulating within you. Only you are the only person that can really identify with this. And this is where the Warrior Queen comes in and says to you, even though you may not have every step in front of you that you know exactly, that's going to give you 100% certainty of why you're going to go in this direction. But that doesn't make any difference, because that feeling that's been ignited within you when you have accessed your own truth, that is so incredibly potent and powerful. And that in itself is about connecting to that intuitive part of ourself where we go, if something feels right, it is right for me. I may not understand everything, but that is okay. I'm going to keep continuing because I know that my soul is guiding me exactly to where I need to be for what I need to do. And all I need to do is believe in myself. And that is where the Sassy card comes in through the weekend. Sassy is about an attitude. This is a card that I find is incredibly gorgeous. We have a moment where we may not have that true 100% inner confidence within ourselves just yet, because you're putting all the pieces together at this moment. So it doesn't mean just because all of a sudden you've gone, okay, I can identify my truth, I know that I'm going to start making some different changes that allows me to chase my dreams, believe in myself, but it's not 100% cemented within me just yet. And this is the gorgeous thing that we can connect in with, is that to really tap into that inner confidence, we can do that externally. When we have been doing a lot of internal work, sometimes we can let ourselves go. And this is where we can use the moment of understanding. A lot of you would have all heard the comment that says, dress for success. That's exactly what the Sassy card is. It's about dressing for the person that you're growing into. Dress so that when you look at yourself, you go, you are gorgeous and we've got this. And I'm going to back you 100%. It helps you access that confidence externally and allows it to radiate and emanate within, so there becomes this gorgeous match between our internal and external worlds. So Sassy is about having the confidence to go, you know what, if I feel good, which again, remember, you're connected into that feeling of knowing your truth. The Warrior Queen gives you that feeling of knowing that you're on the right track. And we need to be able to feel that way within our whole beingness, and clothing give us that attitude to be able to do that. And you know what, when you look at yourself, you want to be looking at yourself with a sense of pride, with a sense of ownership, with a sense of going, you know what, if all it takes is to be able to get up and dress well, that makes me feel good, guess what? That's going to give me this beautiful combination of both my internal world, my external world. Everything is vibing at the same frequency, which is doing things that make me feel good. And when we honor doing things that make us feel good, your whole world will radically change. So I hope this gives you some incredible insight to some of the things that are quietly going on within yourself, and understanding that your soul always knows the journey that you're on. Sometimes we've just got to get out of our own way and allow ourselves to feel into what feels right for you. And remember, just because something feels right for you doesn't mean other people can understand it. Doesn't mean that they are wrong and you are right. It's got nothing to do with that. You've just got to remember that your dreams have been designed, and your purpose and your passion is designed with you in mind, and only you are the only person that fully gets it. And that's all that matters. If you can feel into that and keep that momentum of energy circulating around that confidence, guess what? You're going to hit your goals. And that's what's really important, because as you chase these goals, identify your new truth, what you're doing is you actually, at a soul level, you are starting to rewire your subconscious mind to actually learn to internally believe in yourself. And that's so incredibly vital, because a lot of the times we have this external belief that we share with the world, where everyone goes, you know, that person is so confident, you know, she's so strong, she's this, she's that, but they can still have an internal struggle going on within their own world, and so therefore they start to feel like you're a bit of a fraud. This week is about getting everything to work cohesively together to bring everything back into a beautiful alignment, so there is an internal confidence as well as the external confidence to believe in yourself, to follow and chase your dreams for what feels right for you. So I wish you all an incredibly amazing, gorgeous week this week. Much love to you all, and please feel free to share this or comment below on how you're going in your personal journey, or how this week's energy forecast has resonated with you. Take care, look after yourself, and always believe in the magic of your intuitive soul self.